got to go to the Super Bowl. Guys, thoughts? Tom, you weren't here last week. I'll let you start there, Mr. Matt Purdy Man. That's your favorite. This is the eye in Vegas show, or the ball showing all the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a lot of stuff with that.
They did.
That is cool.
Tom,
watch this, though. I mean, if it continues on and you get through all 58 of them, Cleveland's never on it.
Well, I tell you what, you might forget Dallas is on it because you're going to watch 30 in a row without Dallas on it. So you might
all I
forget
know
they
is
were
you
there
see
too.
5 of them, Tom. 5 of them.
Were you even born when Dallas?
I've seen all 8. I've seen all 8 Dallas ever been in. How's that?
He was born when they were created.
Terry, you can tell half of the Super Bowl's history without mentioning the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, I've seen every one of them. I enjoyed last week. To me, that is a Super Bowl. That's how it should be played. Every possession meant something all the way to the end.
I had to CC Sabathia hanging out with Taylor Swift in the booth, Tom.
He looks like LeBron.
He does.
How does CC Sabathia get to hang out there?
Well, if you notice the booths, they weren't like a regular booth, say Taylor Swift would have 2 or 3 famous people and a bunch of people that are helping them. Mm-hmm. At the Super Bowl, it was 2 famous people and no helpers.
Well, you know you got
all the booths. There wasn't no people you didn't know sitting next to each other.
You got kicked out of the Super Bowl. You heard about that, didn't you?
Who?
Kanye.
Oh,
because he had a booth beside hers.
Mm-hmm.
So, just kicked out, not for behavior, but just
kicked out because she wanted him out.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Big controversy in the betting world. The national anthem, over under. Reba McEntire said the home of the brave twice. So does it end on the first one or the second one, because that was the time limit was between the two?
How about that?
Oh, wow.
I'm not following you.
All right, Zach, so you get to bet on the
how long it takes.
The national anthem being 2 hours and 30 seconds. 2 hours 30.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah.
She said home of the brave at 2:27, and then went of the brave again, and it went past the 2:30 mark.
2:32.
And so
they're just seeing how long it takes her to sing the song.
And people are betting on that.
I'm just going to tell you, you're an unbelievable moron for betting on that. I mean, I just can't think of anything more than that.
All right, listen. He stopped it at the first brave, and then she went back and did it again.
I'm just telling you, that is the stupidest thing that I can ever imagine betting on. Now, I did place a friendly wager, which is now legal in our state.
Oh, they was pumping that up on the commercials, weren't they?
Yeah, my friendly wager was Kansas City straight up because they were going to win the game, as I told you. And then the over, which I thought was over because San Francisco goes down, fumbles. Kansas City has a chance to score. They fumble. And I was like, there's just too many scoring opportunities. And then the game goes into overtime. So I needed 9 points. And what happens? A field goal and a touchdown by half a point for it. The over was 46.5, and I had 47. So, I placed like $10 and $20 wagers. I don't get crazy.
Vegas nailed it by half a point.
Nailed it by half a point. They did. But
Jawan
it was just crazy.
Jennings was a higher-rated quarterback than Mahomes and Purdy.
Because he threw one pass, Kevin.
Oh, recruited.
Oh,
you didn't let me finish the sentence there, Chief. Jawan Jennings was a higher-rated quarterback recruited than Mahomes and Purdy when he came out of Blackman High School in Murfreesboro, and now he has one more touchdown than both of them combined tonight, somebody tweeted during the game.
I was disappointed because I needed to get up real early to go to work next day. I watched it till halftime. I knew the halftime show was going to be. Told you a lie. I watched the halftime show, and then I went to bed. I told my wife when I went to bed, I said, because she was like, Chiefs aren't doing well. I said, Chiefs going to win.
All right, here's some bunch of.
I will say one thing about it. The fans from San Francisco are mad because they said there's an illegal lineman downfield when Kansas City was driving for that the winning score. on one play.
Which is
that would have made a difference in the game, they say.
Which is the dumbest rule in football.
Well, I'm just saying. That's what
the dumbest
San
rule.
Francisco
Lineman downfield.
It's like the 3-second rule in basketball. It's just dumb. It's just a stupid rule. Get rid of it.
In the 2017 draft, when they held the second overall pick, the 49ers did not even study Patrick Mahomes because they believed that they were going to sign Kirk Cousins in free agency to reunite with Kyle Shanahan. Those plans were scuttled when the Patriots offered and traded for Garoppolo to the 49ers. But the one quarterback the 49ers did trade up to get in 2017 was C.J. Beathard, who they selected in the third round. Beathard eventually left San Francisco to sign with Jacksonville. And in return, the 49ers got a compensatory 2022 seventh-round pick that they used on Brock Purdy.
And speaking of
Garoppolo was just Garoppolo for PEDs.
He is being released by the Raiders.
He starts dating a porn star, Tom, and he gets suspended for PEDs. I'm not saying.
He's probably taking a little blue pills.
I'm not saying what he's saying. Actually, they do take that. Did you know that?
The blue pills?
Some of them they're taking it for. Was it Ocho that said it?
Yeah, they say the NFL players take them.
Why?
It's more blood. Yeah. Makes your blood flow better.
Yeah.
So it's recovery. It's recovery?
Performance enhancing, performance enhancing drugs.
But some are like make you stronger, but some of them make you recover quicker. There's a difference.
I'm going to go through a couple of these Super Bowl things. There are a couple more NFL random stuff to get to as well. Some fun stats with the others. Let's see. Kansas City Chiefs. Lamar Hunt he created Super Bowl. Here we go. Chiefs are 5-1 trailing by 10 points in any point in the playoffs since 2019. The rest of the NFL is 6-48. Kirk Cousins. No team has lost to Kirk Cousins during the year and won the Super Bowl in the same year. If your team loses to Kirk Cousins, you're done. At any point in the year. Tom likes those fake stats like that.
That's
he loves those fake
stats.
That's
funny.
Cute.
That's funny.
It's just a fact. The Chiefs have one touchdown drive in all of regulation against the 49ers. It was one play for 13 yards, and their defensive coordinator got fired.
Sure did.
Yeah.
He got a raw deal.
He did.
One touchdown drive against Patrick Mahomes.
Third best defense in the league.
I didn't really understand that.
And he got
Coach Kyle Shanahan can't win the Super Bowl, and he
blames somebody.
He blames somebody else.
You can't fire yourself.
Yeah,
that's right. That's exactly right.
He's the offensive coordinator, is he not? All right,
Steve Wilkes should be in Charlotte right now.
Here is the Chiefs' drives from the second quarter of the AFC Championship game through the Super Bowl. 7 plays, turnover on downs, punt, field goal, punt, end of downs, punt, fumble, punt, field goal, interception, field goal, punt, touchdown, 16 yards, field goal, Super Bowl champions. I just read you their plays, their drives that Shanahan had from the second quarter of the AFC Championship to the end of the Super Bowl, and they won the Super Bowl. Only one touchdown in there. 6 quarters, 1 touchdown, and they won the Super Bowl. Defense, guys. Defense.
Does it all the time.
I mean, how can you I know we got to go.
Tom, there's your over-under bet right here. Watch this. Over 70 million Americans bet on the Super Bowl this year. Yeah. The majority bet on the over-under at 47 and 47.
Mine was 46.
Oh, you got the good bet. Oh, you got somebody. You
Mine
gypped somebody.
46.
Tom, I've got your back right now.
I think it went up to. I mean, I think it might have went down right there at the end.
Here's Nick Bosa. Zach, hit the button.
Yeah, I was speechless. I couldn't really look anybody in the eye, especially all my teammates. I could have done more. Everybody could have done more, and there's really not much to say at this point. It's going to hurt, and it's going to hit in waves, and but that's life.
Yeah, this year Dallas wins it.
Could you imagine Lawrence Taylor saying that?
That's just Gen Z stuff, man.
That's our best defensive player on the defensive end.
That's just Gen Z.
I just can't imagine Lawrence Taylor or Julius Peppers played in this generation. I can't imagine any of these people saying that. It's insane.
They're just wussies.
They are.
Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm a wuss, but not like them. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I get my feelings hurt all the time, but God Almighty, if they interview me after the game, it's like, I sucked. I'll be better next year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like
what are we going
We'll all get up in the morning.
If you hold Kansas City to 3 points in the first half? Or I think it was 3. I mean, golly, guys, come on.
They played fine. They just don't have, like clutch time. Mahomes can do it in the clutch. I mean, there's guys that can do it. There's guys that can do it when it matters, and then there's guys that can do it when it matters in the playoffs. And that's Mahomes.
Yep.
I mean, it's just what it is.
Spags in the defense gave up 15.8 points in the playoffs to the number 2, 3, 4, and 6 offenses in the NFL.
My question: if he had dropped the ball, you had 3 seconds. What does Reed do then?
Yeah,
No, Terry, you don't understand. That doesn't end the game. The new overtime rules, they play it like quarters, so it just starts the second quarter. There's nothing to do.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, he could go for the win. There's just 3 seconds left.
No.
Do you kick the field goal and tie?
Or do you go again?
Or do you go again and try to win it?
Talk about at the end of the game.
Yeah, the very end of the game.
No, what I'm saying, what down was it?
It was third.
He was saying if there was
down?
3 seconds left, if the guy dropped the ball, would he kick the field goal or go for the win?
Or
go to overtime. Or go to overtime.
Yeah.
You don't go to another overtime. You just keep playing.
Yeah, but he was saying
The new rules.
No, try to win in regulation. Is what he's trying to say.
You're talking about regulation or
No,
when they were
overtime.
you were talking about when they were in overtime, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about when they're overtime.
No.
You got 15-minute quarters. The clock was ticking down.
What I'm saying is that's the reason he didn't call timeouts. The clock didn't matter. The clock doesn't matter in the new overtime. It's
keep
possession.
playing.
Yeah, you just keep. But they would restart it at 15 more minutes.
No. They would, but it'd just be a new quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, Terry. What you're not understanding is that it doesn't restart the rules.
It's still sudden death. Yeah.
So they would let the clock run out.
Yeah.
And then they would play third down at the start of the second quarter of
and
overtime.
then it could still end in
it's
sudden
the second
death.
quarter
It's
of
still
overtime,
sudden
not the
death.
second
That's what I'm
overtime.
saying. You would have started back in another 15 minutes and it kept on going.
Right. They wouldn't have
Yeah,
cared
that's
about
what
the
I'm saying.
They wouldn't have called no timeout.
You know.
They just let the clock run.
But no,
I
the
think
time was irrelevant. I think you're getting me all wrong.
I think he was saying
if he would have dropped the ball,
put him in fourth down
instead, it would have made fourth down. Does Andy Reid
and do you kick the field goal or you try to throw
or do you
it?
go for the win?
I didn't know the downs. Were.
Yeah.
He would have kicked the field goal.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Yeah.
From whatever.
They wouldn't have went to another quarter.
Let's see. Kansas City just won the 3rd Super Bowl in 5 years.
Yeah.
People call it a dynasty. Terry, you agree?
My guess.
Can you
You got to.
Can you imagine how crazy it'd be if they didn't make a conference championship game, Tom, for the next 28 years? But here's an unrelated picture.
That's us, buddy. We won 3 out of 4. Okay. Sorry.
They're a dynasty. Yeah, they are.
That was an unrelated picture, is what that said. That's all I'm doing. All right, here's Steve Smith and his comment. This ain't about the Super Bowl. This is about a prospect. I just can't with him sometimes. He's so funny.
Johnny Wilson,
Florida
my
State.
man, number 14 for Florida State, 6'7", 237 pounds. He is not a good multitasker. That boy can't chew gum and tie his shoe at the same time. It's struggling. Some people, when you look at the size, 6'7", 237 pounds, we hear this word. We heard it by a lot of people. He's a freak. Maybe at night, but it ain't on the football field.
There you go. That's great.
Steve Smith. And finally, we'll leave you with this note before we get out of here. This is National League umpire Doug Harvey. Barry Bonds, ? I tell you what, if he had a home run off Bob Gibson or Don Drysdale and stood in there and admired it, then knock that earring off his ear the next time he comes up.
Yeah, true.
We'll see you next time. KDCBroadcasting.com.